All right, my name is Mike. This is the FBTV podcast. Every Saturday morning, get together for a little Q&A. Your questions, our answers. First up, Colette. Colette asks, how do you broker freight for an independent contractor? Colette, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there, but I'll try to wing it because there's several ways this can go. The reason I'm saying that, because as an agent, you are an independent contractor, so are you working as an agent for a freight brokerage company, or are you working as an agent for a freight broker agent? Either way, you're going to be an independent contractor. Well, I say that more times than not. If you're an agent, you're pretty much independent. And what do I mean by independent? No taxes withheld, no salary, commission only. And believe me, if you're worth your weight in salt, that's what you want is commission as a salesperson. And a freight broker, let's get right down to it, that's exactly what they are, is a salesperson. Not in the traditional sense where you're going out here and, asking for money from everybody. Hey, I got this ink pen here. Want to buy it? I'll sell it to you. Not in the traditional sense, but you are still a salesperson, and you're using techniques and tactics that any professional salesperson would use, and that's why I always tell people, I tell my clients, hey, anything you can pick up on sales and selling, if learn it, read it. Even if what you're reading has a lot of material in it that maybe you don't feel right with. Okay, don't use that material. Throw it out. But you're going to get ideas from articles and books and some of the things you find on the internet. Matter of fact, in our supplemental training, in our standard and our freight broker packages, we have supplemental training. We have the supplemental is basically what it is. It's supplemental. We're going to talk about sales and how to sell to a shipper and how to make a sales call to a trucking company, to sell a load to a trucking company, and the essential training of our packages. But supplemental training takes it a step further, okay? It's going to be more in-depth about sales and sales calls. But you are a salesperson, okay? So learn what you can about selling. Now, in a nutshell, we're getting off topic from Colette's question, but in a nutshell, 3 things are going to be required in every sales call. The open, the presentation, and the close. The open is your introduction, the handshake, the fist bump, so to speak. The presentation is providing the potential benefits of your product or service to the potential customer. And the close is asking that potential customer to take action. And that's sales calls in a nutshell. Selling is not difficult. Not difficult at all. You just got to understand it. You got to know what's going on in the process and where you stand in the process. But how do you broker freight for an independent contractor? Well, first of all, Colette, if you're wanting to become a freight broker agent and be an independent contractor, you're going to have to find a freight brokerage or another freight broker agent that will contract you. If you have no book of business or no experience, that's going to be an uphill battle. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just going to be an uphill battle because you're going to have to begin by selling yourself. You see what I mean? If you're not able to sell yourself, you're not going to be able to get a contract, bottom line, with no experience or book of business. But anyway, once you are contracted on by either a broker or a broker agent, there you will be an independent contractor. You can begin your broker operation as a freight broker agent, working as an independent contractor for that brokerage or the broker agent that you have contracted with. Now, I keep on saying, you can contract to a freight broker agent. Yes, a freight broker agent is an independent contractor, and a freight broker agent will sign an agreement / contract, whatever you want to call it, with the brokerage in which they have contracted. All right? Included in that contract is going to be a clause in there that states that the agent is responsible for their expenses, such as staff, employees, or anybody they may hire. You see what I mean? So in essence, that gives the freight broker agent full authority to hire their own people or hire what is known as sub-agents. Okay, sub-agent is just would be one work contracted to that agent that is contracted to the actual company. All right, kind of makes sense. But anyway. But, yeah, independent contractor, and I'll tell you this, the majority of any successful freight brokers out there would rather be on commission than be on a salary. I did salary for a while as a broker for a few months. It drove me nuts because I was losing money. I was just losing money. And I went back to being an agent. And that was that. Made more money as an agent. Yes, that there are benefits to being an employee. You're going to get a salary. A lot of brokers will pay salary plus commission. You're not paying any of the expenses. The broker is, obviously. You're not. There's a lot of things you don't have to worry about. Plus, you have the opportunity to have the insurance and things like that as an employee. But if you're worth your salt and you build your business up, you're going to have plenty of money to get your own insurance. Not immediately, but down the road. And if you're your spouse, if you're under their coverage, that's a step up. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Colette, you asked a question, and I hope I answered it. But how do you broker freight for an independent contractor? Well, sum it up, you got to have a contract with that brokerage or agent, so you're legal. It's illegal to solicit freight unless you are a licensed broker or working under a licensed broker as an agent. Now, I didn't say anything about trucking company, but obviously it's illegal. You could be a trucking company can solicit their own freight too if they have their own authority. See what I mean? So, anyway. All right, Colette, hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, 479-668-0838.